This is the Shimbol CP5. It's a 5-inch Full HD wireless monitor for your smartphone. So Shimbol sent me this monitor to check out and review. I wasn't really sure how useful it would be though, since my iPhone already has a nice huge screen on it, but after using it for a few weeks now, this really made filming with my phone a lot easier and just more fun. Oh, don't mind this back here, my dog turned 16 the other day. So the Shimbol CP5 features a 5-inch 1080p touchscreen. Honestly, the touchscreen is somewhat limited, but we'll go over that in a little bit. The brightness of the screen is 500 nits, and it's easy to see, even when outdoors. This monitor's main purpose is to help you film with your phone's rear camera. If you're a vlogger, this will be really useful because you won't have to stick to the front camera on your phone to film yourself. Since your main rear camera is much higher in quality, you're going to want to film with that instead. Even if you're not a vlogger, this is still going to be useful because you can set up your phone, step away from it, and still be able to monitor your shot. The company says that it can transmit up to 50 meters away, so let's test it out. Alright, can you see me on there? Alright, range test. 50 meters to see how far this goes. Don't know how far 50 meters is, but we'll find out. And I think it's recording. Just gonna go till this breaks up. Hopefully the mic stays connected too. Am I already breaking up? It's not connecting. I lost connection. I lost connection a while ago. You're still on. You are still recording. All right, monitor disconnected though. Now I found the latency on it okay. At least on my iPhone 15 Pro Max, if I'm filming with the stock camera app in 24 or 30p, it was fine. A slight delay, but that was expected. When I tried filming in 60p though, that lag was ridiculous. I was told by someone to use it with the Blackmagic camera app and it worked much better on there, especially when filming in 60p. So if you're someone who films mostly in 24 or 30p, you'll be fine. If you need 60p, you're gonna need to find a workaround from using the stock camera app, at least on the iPhone. By the way, I do still have one of my old Android phones, the Samsung Note 10 Plus, and this monitor does work with Android phones as well. To pair the monitor to your phone, first you need to connect it via Wi-Fi. You can scan the QR code on there, or manually connect to it in your phone settings. Once you're connected, turn on the screen mirroring. On my old Android, it's called Smart View. And that's it. It pairs fine with my phone, but it takes some time and I have to do these steps every single time that I want to use it. So if you're hoping to turn it on and start filming with it, that's not going to happen. This monitor is going to be something you use when you know you're going to be filming and have time to set up. So the screen is touchscreen, but it doesn't control any of the functions on your phone. It's only to control the monitor itself. There's a row of buttons on the bottom here. On the far left is a button for the aspect ratio and to add grid lines. Next to that is the playback button. Remember, it's not the playback for the photos and videos on your phone. It's to playback what you recorded on the SD card in the monitor. Alright, so real quick, on the bottom of the monitor is a slot for a micro SD card. It does come with a 16GB card by the way. Next to that is a USB-C port for charging the device. It can't be used to connect it to your phone or anything else to use it as a monitor, which would have been really useful, but it can't do that. And then there's a 3.5mm headphone jack here so you can monitor your audio. Alright, back to the on-screen buttons. In the middle is the record button. And again, it's to record the screen, not to start the recording on your phone. I'm honestly not sure what to use the internal recording on this monitor for. It works like a screen record, which I can already do on the phone itself. I guess it's good for backup or if you're showing tutorials on your phone. You tell me what you would use it for. Please. Next is the button to mirror the screen. When you have this mounted on the back of your phone, the image is going to be flipped. So just hit the button to fix that. And finally, the settings button. Here you can adjust the brightness, contrast ratio, and saturation. Turn on Bluetooth, adjust the playback volume, the usual stuff you'll find in settings. There's also a lock button on the screen so you don't accidentally hit any of the buttons when you're filming. On the side of the monitor are 3 physical buttons. The first is to turn on and off the device. Next to that is the shutter button. Okay, so this monitor can't control your phone, except for this button. It connects to your phone via Bluetooth and acts as a volume up button. So you can use it as the shutter button on your phone. This is great because if you're away from your phone, you can still use the monitor and start and stop the recording. Or use it as a shutter when you're taking pictures. The CP5 actually comes with this small Bluetooth button too. I don't use it though since I can just use the shutter button on the monitor. But you can use the button without the monitor connected, so that's pretty nice. And finally, there's a rotate screen button. So if you have the monitor mounted in a different orientation, you can just rotate the screen to how you need it. The monitor itself is lightweight at 123 grams. It's 124mm wide, 70mm tall, and 10mm thick. Here it is next to my iPhone 15 Pro Max. This magnetic silicone case is needed if you want to attach it to the back of your phone. It has to be purchased separately, which is crazy to me. So if you're picking up this monitor, make sure you add this case to your cart or get the combo set that comes with the case. The magnets on it are pretty strong and definitely hold it in place. The case also protects the monitor from drops and lets you set it face down without having to worry about scratching it. That being said, I wish it came with a cover or even a cloth bag, just something to keep it protected when I toss it into my bag. Luckily, I have a few of these laying around to put it in. It has a 2000 mAh high capacity rechargeable battery. You charge it via USB-C, and they say it has up to 3.5 hours of usage. In my real world use, I was getting just over 3 hours before the monitor died. This is fine for most people who are filming randomly throughout the day, but I wish this battery lasted longer. I feel like 8 hours of battery life would have made this much more useful. In case you were wondering, you can charge it while you're using it. If you're someone who films a lot with your smartphone, this monitor is going to help a lot with the process. By the way, there's also 2 other versions of this monitor. There's a CP5 Lite and the CP5 Mini. I don't have either of these, but from what I understand, the CP5 Lite is similar to the CP5, but it doesn't have the touchscreen capabilities and it can't screen record. And then the CP5 Mini is literally a tiny version of the CP5 with a 2.2-inch screen. It looks like it's small enough to wear around your neck or even your wrist. If you're interested in any of these monitors, I'll have them linked in the description. But yeah, I think I might have a problem. See ya.